right to continue living in the apartment was therefore upheld. The ejectment suit was dismissed.
Huh. Charlie.
Last
This man
one.
that sent the matter. Why? Who advised? His lawyer didn't try for him more.
No, I think the rationale was the house belongs to me. I don't want you here anymore, so pack your things and leave.
So, I mean, that triggered their
Exactly.
actions as well. And at the end of the day, the court upheld that she should continue to stay in the house, correct? And I don't know if they gave her the RAV4. Was there a RAV4?
I'll find out.
And then
We'll get there. We'll
Okay.
get to there.
Okay.
So let's get into the compensations and damages. For the breach of promise to marry, the court awarded 50,000 Ghana cedis in general damages. The court also awarded 150,000 in compensation,
Huh.
totaling 200,000 Ghana cedis. Additionally, the woman retained use of the Toyota RAV4
Powerful.
since the businessman did not specifically request its return and was awarded 20,000 in legal costs.
Huh. Amoka. Investment, betcha.
Now, the judge's full reasoning is expected to be published on February 24th.
We cry. He doesn't have to give us full.
So, yeah.
But I think the story is a very detailed story. Though. It's quite a very well written story. So you're asking me to share a view on this.
Share a view on that.
I think before we start there, let's summarize everything. Maybe some people join us midstream.
Okay.
So what Janice essentially has talked about is that a case was filed by a woman who has been in a relationship with a man for more than a decade. To be exact, 11 years. You know, the relationship started in 2013 and ended in 2024. Now, the woman was in Ghana. The man was living outside of Ghana. Now, when the woman was in a relationship with the man, there were certain things that happened. First of all, the man asked the woman to move in his house.
No, first they built the house together. So the man was working to bring the money.
Okay. So
And the woman was supervising the construction.
The woman, first of all, was supervising the construction, and she calls herself foreman. Okay. Now, when the construction was completed, the man requested her to live in the house at East Lagos. That's number one. Number two, there was the funeral of the woman's father, and the man was present, not only present.
In the capacity as the
He
son-in-law.
played a critical role. He was there in his capacity as the in-law, okay, the man's in-law.
And he also financed
He
the funeral.
financed the funeral, and he read a tribute. Okay. Now, in 2024, the relationship hit a snag. Okay, and the man, of course, and the woman separated, but the woman was still living in the house of the man, okay, or the house that they have built together, kind of at East Legon. Now the man filed a suit in court to eject the woman. Now, in the process, the woman also filed a counter suit seeking for three things: for her to be allowed to continue to stay in the house, for her to be given a compensation because the promise of marriage has been broken, and for a RAV4 vehicle to be given to her permanently. Okay, these were the reliefs that she sought for. Now, at the end of whatever, the court ruled that indeed there's evidence of promise to marry, which is what some of the things that we've cited, a ring, and we forgot to even mention that she claims that she was given a ring. Okay, now the court ruled that there was indeed evidence suggesting that the man promised to marry the woman. Now, the court also looked at their ages. They were approaching 60, especially the woman's age, 60. And that the court believed that at this point in time, it will be difficult to get another person to start a relationship with. Now, the court also realized that indeed the woman had contributed to the construction of the East Legon apartment. So the court granted her stay or the right to continue to stay in the house. The RAFO was given to her, and she was in total given a compensation of 200,000 because of breach of promise to marry, and 20,000 was given to her to take care of a legal cost. So that's the summary. Have I done a good? Yes. I've summarized it.
You have. And the judge also said something. He said to those who make promises of marriage.
This is to the Max and the other people listening to us this morning. This is for you. Talk to me.
To those of you who make promises of marriage.
And this is not just for the men to the women. So that you are not, your facial expression looks like it's supposed to come from one particular end. It can also come from the other.
But we know the people who promise to marry.
That one, we will come to that debate. It's a debate that I'm ready to take you on this morning. That debate, I am fully prepared for that debate. Don't bring yourself.
Okay.
Yes, continue.
So, to those of you who make promises.
Yes, to those of you.
Of marriage. Such promises are not idle words. To those who induce others to act to their detriment on the faith of marriage promises, you will be held accountable. What? That is what the judge said. And now she's a very powerful woman. I just did a... It's a she. She was a valedictorian. Why? Masters of law.
We are told that, Charlie, when she writes, you run away. She's a very powerful
I'm looking forward to her reasoning. The thing that they said they release on the 24th of February.
Yes, the full ruling.
I'll go and read.
Okay. That's good. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, Janice.
Alfa Ali.
Looking at the content of this story, even though we've not seen the full ruling of the judge, but if indeed it is proven that the woman contributed significantly to the construction of the house, then I want to believe that on fair grounds, she deserves to continue to stay there. And even if you want to eject her, then you must have found an alternative for her. Because based on her account, which I want to believe the court upheld, she was living in a private residence. And on the basis of the demands of the husband, she had to move. Do you understand? Now, she has been staying there for some time now. And so when the relationship broke down, the man then sought to eject her. I think that I want to agree with the court's decision that indeed, sometimes some of these women, even though might not contribute financially to the construction of these properties, but sometimes they contribute because the labor-related work, the other things that they do also deserves to be acknowledged. And if we get to a point like this, deserves to be compensated. So it makes a lot of sense. Now, on the breach of promise to marry, it's really interesting to know why the man at this point in time is seeking to leave the relationship. 11 years. Because by the 4th year, if she's not good for you, you will have seen. By the 3rd year, perhaps, you will have known if you are compatible. Do you understand? You will have known her values, unless the man is trying to say that, okay, at the time the relationship started, we are not living together. And upon returning to live with her, I have realized some other things that have now come to the realization that, oh, wait there, I can't. Do you understand? But if you can't, then you must meet her halfway. So to suggest that he was going to eject her and not to think about where she will go, how she will live, that was to a large extent insensitive. And I want to appreciate the reasoning behind the court's decision, because they felt that this was a woman who has more or less invested more than a decade of her life to this relationship and any other things related to it. Do you understand? So at this point in time, if you want to just leave the relationship, it cannot be because, of course, legally we are not married. then that's it, you go. So I think it makes a lot of sense what the court said. And the other bit about the compensation, 200,000 cedis. That's like, yes, it makes sense because 200,000. Okay, but it's huge money. Okay, just that you want to think, okay, what can be done with, but it's not a bad offer at all. And I want to believe this can be used for something to ensure that the woman will also get something to live on. Now, for the vehicle, it was not even in question, so there's no need to talk about it. Now, on to the next leg of the conversation, where you were threatening us that for those of you who make the promise.
It wasn't me, it was from the judge.
For me, I think if you are looking at people who promise to marry people and fail to honor the promise, women are victims of that.
Okay.
If you are going to measure, if you are going to weigh, if you are going to compare, people promising people and not marrying them.
Are you saying victims? So the women are the ones who.
The women are culprits.
Okay. So they are the ones who leave people.
Yes, men are mostly the victims. I mean, do you hear stories? People taking care of people in school?
No.
Saying
you continue.
People taking care of people at SHS through to university.
See.
Can I conclude?
Yes, please.
Can I go on with
please
my point?
Please do.
To the university level, secure degrees, and all of a sudden realize that the man is not up to their level, it's not up to their standard, so they can't marry him. Even though when he was paying the fees, they didn't know that the man was not up to their standard. When he was sending money to them on Momo to buy Indomie and all kinds of things, to buy clothes and all kinds of things, they didn't realize that the man was not up to their standard. When they were demanding money from the man to take care of their extended family, when there were funerals and all kinds of things, the man was expected to, contribute. We've seen examples, number of examples of a man and a woman having a conversation, promising each other that we are going to marry each other. And when a woman thinks that she has gotten to a level where her standard is now higher, she thinks that no, she can't marry such a man. A lot of examples abound. If you Google right now the number of cases that have gone to our various courts, I don't know why you're looking at me. A number of cases of men who have taken care of women. Our promise usually comes with something. We don't just promise, empty promise. No. We promise and we add actions to our words. We take care of you. We sponsor you to go and learn a trade. We sponsor you to travel. We sponsor you to establish a business. We sponsor you to do a number of things, to empower you, to uplift you, so that you get. But then the problem is that when women begin to reach higher heights, then they are like, okay, that's when they reflect. Be my mechanic, Swami magazine. Me, I have masters in something. No, you are not my level. So when it comes to that, me, in my view, there are a lot of men who have, had promises from female partners or agreement with their female partners, thinking that they are going to marry them. And usually, it is the woman who disappoints the men. So on this position, don't even try when you are going to have a debate on this matter, because it's a serious issue.
A lot of men who are passionate about this one. Did someone promise to marry you?
Did someone
promise to marry you?
It's 30 minutes after 8.
Anyway, so a few things. I want to ask you that. Do you think that if a man takes care of a woman in a way, maybe invest in her, say, I'll take you to school, get a degree, go to nursing training, do all of those things, or I'll help you start a business. And in the end, I'm expecting to marry you. And then let's say along the line, the woman goes, oh, nah, I don't think I want to marry you. Do you think that those men should also be compensated?
Absolutely. They should go to court. Haven't they had certain house ruling, certain house ruling? Please, if there's any man listening to me this morning and is a victim of this circumstance, run to court. At least there's a case, whatever, to relate to. If men were going to go to court on the basis of promise and fail to, the courts, they will have to do 24 hours. I'm telling you. Hey, Obogu, you don't know. If men were going to go the route of this woman, and I'm not faulting her, I'm not doing that this morning. She had her right. She exercised her right. She took a decision to protect her interest, to protect her right. But I'm saying that if men were going to do same in this country, then the government will have to build separate courts
for the
to
men.
deal with promise and fail in whatever relationship.
No, but me, I don't think that the conversation goes when a man wants to take care of a woman with the intention that after everything I'm going to end up marrying her. I don't think the conversation starts from, hello, I want to marry you. Do you want to marry me? No. People say that I'm going to take care of you. Then when you are out of school or when your business starts flourishing, I'm going to marry you. Right. The woman, maybe, if you do that to me, I won't say yes, I won't say no.
According to Judge said, you don't have to say yes or no. If you are taking the thing, you are
maybe in my head, you are just a generous person.
Generous person?
Yes.
Generous person?
Yes.
Couldn't the woman have thought that, well, she also generously helped the man to build his house?
No.
So it's time for her to move?
So then...
Generous. What are you talking about?
You are just a generous person. You are taking care of me out of the generosity of your heart.
I am expecting something.
What are you expecting?
Marriage. So when you fail to marry me, that's a breach of promise.
No.
Breach of contract.
No. It's just I'm not interested in you in that way. But I'm very grateful to you for taking care of me.
You cannot be grateful to me. Your being grateful means that you should accept to marry me. That's it. I'm saying that if you are a man listening to me this morning and you are not encouraged
but you see, Alpha,
to go to court on the basis of what we've just read, I don't know. You have to also go to court.
When it comes to
forget about what the society will say. Go to court. Find a lawyer. In fact, if you need a lawyer, call me. Let's have a conversation. Didn't you see 20,000 legal costs? I can be my lawyer. We can.
Alpha, sure. when it comes to marriage, the person who has to make the move is the man. You understand?
Okay, largely, yes.
Yeah, largely. You people have to say, oh, I want to marry you. Let's set a date. Let's say maybe I want to marry you June 2026. And then we are going to put money towards it. And then you start sending money for, let's say, the rental, this money goes into it, and we know that, oh yeah, we have a wedding. But then a woman can't initiate the whole process. So I feel like until a man has initiated the whole process of wedding, then there's no commitment for the woman. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
If you've not said, okay, I've set.
Bother yourself explaining. Because,
if you've not said, I've set aside money, I've given you all of these things. Like in this case that we read, the man gave the woman a ring.
He did.
But then I cannot come to you and give you a ring.
You can give me your word. And a lot of the men have gotten promises from women that, well, yes, I agree, I'm going to marry you. Just take care of me in school. Just do this for me.
But I said I'll marry you, and maybe I saw that you were delaying, and me too. I want to fall in love with another person.
That's what the court said, that it's not about why.
No, this is when you have given the person a ring. I don't know. You've given the person a ring, 11 years that I'm going to marry you. You've read tribute. The people who the people that you guys finance through school and nursing training, and you open businesses for them. I don't think that when you lose your relatives, you cite those people as maybe in-laws.
It depends on the kind of funeral you're holding.
But I think if there's like in this case where there was a public acknowledgement of, they say, oh, me you knew, or this is
it's not just the public acknowledgement that the court relied on. It's the long period of the relationship and the effort and the investment that had gone in. That was the crux of the issues they looked at.
But
yes,
like clearly,
those things were examples of you haven't committed to do something with it. Do you understand? But I'm saying that the the most important part of this story is that the courts looked at the number of years that this woman had been in relationship with the man, the sort of investment that she had put in, okay, the journey that they have traveled together, and the expectation she had, and the age that she's currently, her current age. They look at all of these factors and said that, well, on the basis of all of these, okay, and the fact that there's some evidence, or there's something that can be relied on as evidence to say this, indeed there was a promise to marry. Do you understand? On the basis of that, this is what we are going to do. What I'm trying to say this morning is that the men too can find their pieces of evidence. It doesn't have to be tribute. The fact that this lady's issue related to tribute doesn't mean that's the only measure, or that's the only evidence you can pitch together to suggest that there was indeed some conversation or promise to marry. There could be other forms of evidence. So the men listening to me this morning, you might not have read tribute, or she might not have read tribute. She might not, but there are certain things that you have also done. Look at your case, the difference of your case, the things that you've done, the commitment, the investment, the resources. And if she has broken that promise to marry you, you know what to do this morning. Go to court. You have to go to court. Go to court. Don't even go to court. Run to court. Because when I say go, maybe you think you have to walk to court. Run to court. Use this case. Tell your lawyer there's a new case. Let him read.
But you see, like in this instance, as they said, when they started the relationship, the man's site's building was under construction and the woman was contributing. So, it's like they have a relationship and they are both pouring into it. And then now, after 11 years, you ask the woman to walk away empty-handed. But another difference is when you're taking care of someone, when you're putting the person through school, the skills of investment in the relationship, they are not equal. You understand? So, because if you have to put someone through school, it means you are giving more to the relationship than the other person. So it means the other person is just at the receiving end, and you are pouring, hoping that eventually the person is going to marry you.
To marry. The person is going to marry you, because that's for the agreement you've already gotten.
Now the person gets to a certain level. Now circumstances have changed. Do you understand?
Just like the man's circumstances change. No, his circumstances changed. But the court said, no, you can't change. Stick to what you have said. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It doesn't matter your personal circumstances changing. If there's still that commitment and the person expects that commitment to be enforced, you have to do the needful. And the needful is marry him. If you don't marry him, he must go to court
and take his money.
I'm telling you, men, please, let's also, next week, man.
But can't you do things out of the generosity of your heart?
Sure. Generosity
and say, oh, I've seen you. You're a nice young lady. You look like you would do well if someone invested into you. So let me take the risk of putting you through school.
I want to marry a very good lady. You're a good lady. I like you. Okay, you have potential. I want to marry somebody with potential. I want to marry somebody who I think is very intelligent. I've seen all of these qualities about you. Why don't I deserve to marry you? If I don't deserve to marry you, why do you think I deserve to be sponsoring you? And if I'm sponsoring you, why do you think I'm sponsoring you? Am I for the Christmas? Why don't you think I have family members who also are equally intelligent? Are you the only intelligent person in the world? Are you the only person with potential? No. So any man who has gone through this experience, please, you know what to do this morning. The women have showed us the way. Let's follow on that path, please, all of you. Run, go, don't try. forget about what society will say. This woman, she didn't think about society. Of course, they had families that knew all of these things. They are friends, they built relationships, but she forgot about this. She fought for interest. That is the mistake of a lot of men.
They don't fight.
We harbor a lot of things. People promise us, fail us. We harbor it, kill ourselves, sometimes commit suicide. No, this is the time for us to also take them to court, to demand for our rights. That is what I'm saying, Janice. Okay. Please, I'm very passionate about this morning.
Yeah, I see the passion in
yes,
your eyes.
I'm
yes,
very.
I see the seriousness. But then also, I think to an extent,
because the passion.
To an extent, I agree, because if you tell a man that, oh, I'm going to marry you, and for that reason.
It's not about what you read, though. It's not even from personal.
And if for that reason, the man is taking care of you, paying your school fees, starting a shop for you, helping you start your business, I think at the end, if you want to back out, then maybe you should compensate the man that, oh, I appreciate.
Open the phone lines.
I appreciate what you've given me, but then let me compensate you as I'm no longer interested in the relationship. And so, Honorable Charles Bebua, Assembly Member of Adakojache, says, "Good morning, Alpha. I agree with you on this one. The only problem is that men don't keep receipts and other documentation when they are helping women. Countless numbers of men go through broken hearts on the quiet. It's time for the brotherhood to take action." Alpha will be very happy with this message. Anyway, you can also join in on the conversation by sending us a WhatsApp message on 059-3932-993, 059-393-2993, or you can call us on 054-102-2318, 054-102-2318. This morning, Alpha has made a very passionate case for the men. But then for now, let's take a breather.
Yo, where do Pana bad man? Yo, you know enough for day after
my
you.
brother greets me where I'm from. We greet well, brother. Not be your hands again.
You want the phone? No case. I no go talk. Scarface for you, my charge. For you, my charge. Take me everywhere you want to go. Oh, tell me everything I want to know. No lies, no lie. Yeah, run am anyhow you want to run. Check am, baby girl you fire pass it gun. No doubt. But you say, kilo come, I'm getting money, biggie money. So what's the fun?
You can pour everything into it.
Oh.
And then you won't get anything at the
Oh,
end.
Obogu. Let me read gold finger. You know, when it comes to creating,
Wait. Alpha is very heated this morning. Calm down.
Okay. Calm.
Okay, wait.
Calm.
Let me pick our first caller.
Okay, you
Maybe.
pick him first. Pick him or her, please.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. I'm watching Amwe.
Nyame adumu.
What the program and person by the family coffee.
Okay.
Now, you know, baby, say a bit why. I'm me, ye may be actually no years. I'm not over 100 time. I'm wedding in Swam uncle. In the meeting, like a coach one.
But yourself was our question, Nibi.
I mean, she says, "I'm a milk one on never be blue. Back with me, school years, I'm funny as I say, baby, school. And our friends had their chair. Obey a wedding Saturday. The memory.
Oh,
My uncle. And you're not meeting that court one.
Alpha.
Unfortunately, we are all not lawyers, but on the basis of what we've discussed this morning, my friend, round to court.
Get a good lawyer.
Just get a good lawyer.
To court and then the case then again.
Yes.
Better get a good lawyer.
Oh, but he has a case, oh. He said he agreed to marry the woman, and the woman also agreed to marry him. And so one day he was there, he was writing exam, and the woman said
She wanted to even kill him.
Nice, you know, if it has evidence, that's the important thing. You know, court, you can't go there with.
Anyway.
We say. You come home.
054-102-2318. 054-102-2318. Alpha has a message for you, but he's too heated. So please, we'll pick your calls, and then after that, we'll let you hear what Alpha has to say when he's much calmer. 054-102-2318. This morning, Alpha is saying that if you're a man and that if you've invested hugely into any relationship,
I didn't say hugely. You've invested.
Even small.
And
there was an agreement.
Yes.
That she was going to marry you. And she says no. She's no longer going to marry you.
You must run to court.
Yes. Run to court.
Wait.
054-102-2318. Are you calm now?
Well, I've always been calm. You know, when it comes to creating unforgettable moments, Good Finger Restaurant is in a league of its own.
Let me interrupt you again.
Please interrupt.
Because we have a call.
I'm happy to be interrupted.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you are calling from, please.
Eja, this also.
Eja.
Yo, Alpha. Who see me, Pano? Immediately ran to court. But you ran to court with evidence. When you say court, I only evidence can hold. Yes, I only about and who you Frenchie. We need not trap them. Oh, when you have some man in terms will be better. Make sure. Now, we need me a new account. One who hear one of your but penny. Then so, when a Nimuna feel who say, they say they are Kushia, Nipa, Kasiaka, and Yuria. Me be evidence then. But no, see, or young you might be, and you might be no evidence then at that home. Mammy, Jay, you are come on, and I'm okay. One more evidence, baby, court and who evidence is come out. Until the advice I was here, the man, my man, say, Sir, open so baby now open, open so Fenua. And then in Tracy, Munya Krata, ni papa ni ne mama te ho, witness wo ho no ma sign. Na ba ko wo no ho ba ko wo witness ho. Eno de wo dada wa wo grounds a wo be gina so. Na me ba case no a mo substantive case no a mo na mo ka ho asem. Hwe me wo baba me wo mama o ti so this is o ba na me ya pa. One say who be me? Who Ghana akwa o mta de ye ma na pa. Obi o ha so we no wo ware you na ye mpna. Enso Ghana ni timi fa o ba ni tna ho a koye me ho ade a so o twen afi ono no wo ebedu ba bi no no wo so ba na wo afi na ho odin no na ho fa no hu no kon no o pam no o keka na ho me ware o ma ya ho ade sadie no e no omde eye ma no nti won se we se won ware no so won compensation ya di ama no And in my man, woman, ye, say, a couple by any as you, priming, what you to make me a jow anyhow. And no, and yet, woman, yai. And you know, woman, say, no, is that war, or be a would cheat, ya or come ranamano. Now, other, Gassy, woman, you will be a. So, woman will be a, until a yes, sir, late President Rollins did. Eli 111 no buy in air kumama. So the honor dear, a man ya no woman ye, to woman ye, Mufamano, whether you marry her or not, we have to due respect for the ladies. And that's it.
Thank you so much for calling, Eja. And I think I agree with Eja to a very to a large extent, because I think it is bad, Alpha. Although you are so much passionate about the men going to court this morning, I think it is also very bad that people have relationships over like a very long
the women
period.
Also doing it to men. It's very
it is bad.
So they should stop.
So at least if you are going to live like a long-term relationship that somebody has invested into, there should be some form of compensation. You can't just say that, pack your things and go because I'm no longer. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Jenny.
Kobe.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kobe.
It's Alfa.
Kobe, can you please reduce your volume for us?
Hello. Yeah.
Pacho Maninko from Binkang.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Kobe.
Yeah, 50-50, the same as the man, the man, and a jaw, mama, into no mama. The beginning is also manyasa. The African 100% too, because the mamma no send Kabeman in this way. O be nintira a maya nibre, because young wale mamma the eco court. Your wale mosusinia will be so. Modi eco court, some pay divorce. Oh, because I am a way show Ghana has a yao. A man shit a man. So say witness. And I say, Mommy, family, no cry away. Our mocha or banis would there be more class than me. He said, level I would do what I say. So, pass it, ma'am, I am funny and serious. By ye 2 and more said the lady, net 2 and more. Ajay. Ye be kwama mema bebri into the African. Ye she ha. Ye 2 a crafon. Ye 2 money for. Nina is the same. But no the end I had aba and ye can. Nina me juma Alpha Bland.
054-102-2318 054-102-2318. You can also call us and then we will hear you out. But then I think Eja made a fair point, right? That if you're a man and you want to take care of a woman with the intent of marrying her at the end, call her parents. All of you sit down, sign the contract. That this is the amount.
And you see the number of women who who change their mind when you introduce that.
But it's a fair deal, right?
It is.
If you are agreeing to marry me, let's sign.
Absolutely. Everything must be signed. Evidence is the name of the game.
Exactly.
So that when you breach the contract, I know what to do and where to go. Very, very necessary.
We have a voice note, so let's take the voice note.
Abusko from Friday.
Okay, we'll get back to the voice note. Hello.
Hi, yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Okay, Kofi, please, let's hear you.
You see, if this case had gone to any different judge, that judge would have thrown it out. Because we have seen a similar of this. You remember a certain lady who was doing her study and, engaged in a certain relationship with, I think, a banker. And the banker spent so much on her. And later, I think the relationship became so sour. And the woman took it court, and the court actually went against that lady. Because there was also some, compensation that the lady was demanding and all that. but it was thrown out. But in this case, this lady was lucky to have a good lawyer who looked through and took it to this very judge. Other that would have been thrown out. But the lady too, you have been in this relationship for about, you said 11 years, without asking the man to go and marry you, and you're okay with it. You were okay with it. You see, some of this, if somebody sees you, a man sees you, so I'm in love with you, I want to marry you and all that. Oh, I will marry you and all that. If the man really is serious, why don't you let the man, force the man to marry you on that very spot? Well, no man, you can't survive because it wasn't as if there wasn't money. You see, some of this and some of the ladies, our ladies should also be careful with some of this. Other than that, I mean, if you don't get a good judge, I mean, to give you some of this compensation, you'll be at, I mean, a receiving end. In the end, you'll be at loss. So the lady should also be careful with some of this. If you see a man, the man says that he show interest in you, let the man go and perform that marriage right. Then you stay together. Even though you cannot force any man to marry you, the lady, or a lady to, you can't force the lady to marry you, a man and all that. It's not by force. If you are okay with it, then you perform the marriage right and stay together. That's how it's supposed to be. You had a good lawyer. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. He says the women too should be advised. If you are with a man in a committed relationship, force him to marry you. That is the only way that you can. Yes.
Did he use the word force?
Yes, I think you should. Force him to marry
you. Are you sure? You just.
Oh, he said that. He
said force. Okay, because me, I didn't hear force.
05410222318. 05410222318. You can also call us. But then, for now, I think let's listen to some messages on WhatsApp.
Good morning, Abusko from Fadi. Edamasi, Yaman come home, you come, Pamoye. Go to Samuel. And the credit owner, and Manos, a binyo. A beer one was a time on a Berman Koshi and once a Japanese Bermanism. And to obey no boko. A brow, you know, I deep, no. I feel no journey to buy. What trade were in Subadi? A beer Subana or Berman Tina first, and then yes, was a son. Or once why not you say, oh, send no crowds who jam me, I'm your quamby and make you a Japadi. I threw in some. There's a man should be a mamma man too much. Oh, a man be a no ban a Japadian in Oba. What was they say? And Yamana, I know our quite deep, and Timusu Jano Cranoa, what Japade dear, or Betty be through some. So, and dear, we asked about I know the papa, Madame Massy, Yaman come home.
Thank you so much for joining in on the conversation. It's 8:58. I think we can do like 2 more calls, and then we will wrap up, and then Alpha will continue with the conversation. Hello?
Yeah, I did not use a word force in this. I said, if you see a man, as a lady, if you see a man, and man show interest in you, let the man go and perform the marriage right.
Okay. All right, sure. Thank you so much. Alpha has won a case. Another case.
She has an interest. If you've not used force, you use it.
I don't have an interest. So 05410222318. 05410222318. Let's listen to this message.
MC Lawane.
Hey.
Okay.
Alpha, good morning.
Okay, this is our
but your tank and petrol car and friends a gas petrol car petrol tanker and gas tanker. You know, my corrections no Matisse nipa bebre na cancer so and gas petrol tanker. I say diesel no woman there and I say petrol but and gas.
Okay, so I think this was the story we did on Ashanti in Focus, that it was a petrol tanker. Not a gas tanker. Okay, thank you so much for that. 05410222318. Alpha.
Now, when it comes to creating unforgettable moments, Good Finger Restaurant is in a league of its own. They are open Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, dinner. or late night vibes. Breakfast starts from just 45 cedis daily. Tuesdays from 5 p.m. Enjoy 15% off everything at Corporate Hangout. Fridays at 5 p.m. It's Sip and Paint. Good drinks, great company. Saturdays from 6 p.m. Stick and Wine with live music. Now Sundays feature a
Alpha,
buffet.
can you please hold on for me? We have a message. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yes, I'm Daniel Mr. Face of Life.
Okay.
How many other man said no kinds? Wash over mobile chairs and so on and so on. Mama, you start. Me kura show by room. Mama, you confused. CCA. Miss Lucas, me show by ya. We ask me, Madia, men planning blocking her to blocking her to chua or damn pasua. I said, a shoulder. I say, a shoulder. I couldn't see so pass a shoulder. I say, shoulder. Who was the one in Hata? No one in a party. I be seeing too many artists. Mama, you confused. Yeah, say me you. Me to us who say me sign you. It's ya, men per se. Papa na se mena me di so me fela na yon question sign krata ana dia bone yede beto so na dia to so na ya koye ni me da se pa.
Thank you so much for calling. Looks like there's a lot of issues.
Oh. So he wants something as a guarantee.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Abusco from Friday.
Okay,
Abusco. Madam, what you say? Obama the asem no. How the be me court no. A man to do omo timo di ankasa. Ebi ata mo ne be man tin no aye boko. Why obren ho ase. Ebra hu se japade bebrebe di ho no. No, or friend, what the idea of you said, or you be called a man and da. Or the local court of any be a friend, tonight, I don't know. Or Bannock, not the oh, the so crown on the beer to SM, so, Miss Jimmy dear. No man be blow, the old Buana, Opa Buano, Yaminti, Nasan, one or 1 million be one of your crowd, one of the show, walk of you. You need the marching, I mean, come on, you my palm,
Yes, you're dancing.
Yeah, so I was talking to you about what you can get at Gold a Finger. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's what we call the Sunset Vibes from 5 p.m. till date. Now, during this Ramadan, if you're a Muslim listening to me, you can grab your solo or shareable iftar boxes from just 150 cedis per person. Find Gold Finger Restaurant at Ahojo Shaisu on the Dorothy Asidu Drive. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Goldfinger Restaurant. Contact them on 024 867 2185. 024 867 2185.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Alpha. All that Alpha said is that from 45 cities upwards, I think you can get yourself food from Goldfinger Restaurant. Okay, Alpha. Yes, them have boys now. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with the boys. Them harm.
Boys.
Men.
Why?
The brotherhood.
Why?
Someone just called you, didn't hear. The person said if you get a broken heart,
there's no
it's
issue.
like,
He wants
like
a guarantee. He wants
it's like you feel hot, but it's cold.
Oh, people are the BH. It's not easy. BH syndrome. Even if I would have, you've not gotten some before.
No, please.
I hope that maybe you will experience a bit of it.
No, you shouldn't
to understand
for that.
Because if not, you will not appreciate the enormity of what the guys are complaining about.
But the thing is serious.
It affects some ladies too. So
someone who was asking you that he's currently taking care of a lady right now. But because of this, he's a little bit scared. He's a little bit scared. He doesn't know if he should continue or if he should back out.
He's thinking whether to sign. I think the paperwork will do.
Yeah,
that's for the other option.
Let's just get some documentation down first.
Yeah, the other option is to, I don't know. So let's do the paperwork.
All right, sure. So 05410222318. 05410222318. We'll do a few more calls. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message on 05939329993. 05939329993. Or you can call us on 05410222318.
Big ways, fine face, 10 days. I don't dare wait for you, my charge. For you, my charge.
Next conversation, you're still listening to the Orange Sunrise on Orange 107.9. Umar Harris is our guest this morning. Just like I've been telling you, Fridays is becoming a bit difficult for us to get the other people on the other side. So they have been giving Umar a field day, which I don't like at all, because you need to be balanced in the way that you do your things. But this morning is here. So I'll try and then maybe I'll do the work that the MPP people would have done this morning on the show. Harris, good morning.
Good morning, Alpha.
You're good?
Alhamdulillah, we are doing good. The MPP should know that even when they are not here, the work you do is more than they are here.
Hey.
So they can choose to stop coming. Because it's more difficult with you, playing the devil's advocate than themselves they are here. So they should try and be coming.
They have
I
to
don't
come.
like it this way.
They have to come. They have to come. Next week
nothing to talk.
Next week I'll try.
Nothing to talk.
Next week
All right.
I'll try and get them.
It's intentional.
I don't think so.
It's intentional,
I
my
don't think
brother.
so. You know,
it's
I hope everything is fine.
Alhamdulillah.
What's happening in Asawasi? I'm told there is fire. Some land issues, etc. What do you know about it?
Alpha, you see, this issue, before I commence to talk about this issue, I need to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I seek guidance and protection of Allah as I try to speak what I know.
It's a very complex matter.
Yes, very complex matter, to the best of my knowledge. And then I pray may Allah guide me to be able to see it as it is. You see, the issue of the ball buying, that is the Ibadur Rahman land litigation between the Member of Parliament, the MCE, and the women group, Ashanti women or Muslim women, something like that. It's a very complicated matter because I can only make fair judgment when I understand the crux of the matter. But then now this one is saying this one is saying
it's like
that,
everybody has a point.
Yeah, everybody has a point. But then what confused me was I think on Monday, I was in the studio on Watara. They have done some research into the matter and they made it public on their platform. So on Monday when I got there, I think the MP's team got a wink of the reportage that they passed on. And then the statement was issued on Monday morning where the MP debunked everything that they said, that the land was being encroached from the women. And so therefore, they should retract and apologize, where they did. But then they told me that they tried to knock on the doors of the MP to assess information so that they can make a balanced reportage. But then all doors were closed. But then when they went ahead, based on the information available to them, to make certain pronouncements, quickly they came under some vilification.
But did the MP provide his side? Because I've also heard the MP explain.
The confusing thing is, the statement categorically mentioned that the MP has no position and has not interfered in the matter at all. So dragging his name into the whole issue by the radio station was untrue and was unfair.
Okay, the foundation of what I've heard so far is that the first video I saw was a group of women they look like they are Islamically well endowed, as in well, and they were raising concerns that parcels of land that they have contributed money to buy is being forcefully taken from them. And they mentioned the name of the MP as the one leading that effort. Do you get it? And they said that the parcels of land was not for an individual, it belongs to a group. And these were people who had come together, contributed their widow's mite to procure this land. And they had objective for that. So they were asking that process should not be continued with, because this is their bona fide. And so that was the first video I saw. Now the other video that I have seen was also by the Honorable MP, where he said, yes, indeed, these lands belonged to these women. Not only that, there's a particular land that also belonged to a school. I don't know the school's name. Okay, Ibadu Rahman.
And also Sheikh Tawfiq Memorial.
Yes,
Clinic.
and they said they were seeking to build, is it a college?
Yes, girls
to
college.
train physician assistants.
Yes.
And I don't know if nursing training is also part, but like kind of an educational complex. So there was no land available within the area. So the land they cited was this land. So what they did was to engage these people. So he said he engaged Malam Anas, he engaged the women, and then he engaged the school. And they all agreed that, well, if this is for the collective good, then they are agreeing to cede the land to the government for the government to continue with this project. But he said what he failed to do was to get a signed documentation to the effect that indeed this was the agreement that they have reached. And that he has heard that some people are raising concerns that no, this is not the case, they are not in agreement. And he categorically said, as for the land, they should forget about it. Nobody's going to give back the land to them. They have accepted to give it, and the government will ensure that the purpose for, getting the land is materialized. So that's so far the two positions I've heard. I've also heard an old video from Malam Anas that said Darul Hadith, they have a land there, and they are going to erect a wall to protect the land, and they have an objective for the land. That seemed to be an old video. I've not heard Malam Anas's current position on the matter. Maybe I'm told he's not in town also. He's not back. Maybe this Friday, you know how he does it. He's able to deal with some of these issues in his hotbar. So maybe this afternoon he may have a view on this. But so far, these are the things that I've heard and seen about this particular
thing. The matter is very complicated, like I told you, because the stakeholders involved in it are they are kind of many. You understand? The Malam Anas issue, they have specified categorically that from day one where they wanted to acquire the land, Sheikh Tawfiq of blessed memory assisted them. So when he needed a portion of land for a clinic, they gave that land voluntarily. And all of them have actually made that statement to secure that position. So Darul Hadith is not part of this whole issue. Because
Darul Hadith is not in the mix. But their land will be affected.
I've not heard that in that conversation.
Okay, because I think I heard the MP talking about the engagement with Malam.
Yeah, they've built a structure there.
What basis.
So I'm sure that they've not been able to utilize all the 20 plots of land. Maybe so the rest of the land is what maybe is going to be affected. So if they come in, then that will be the bone of contention. Again, the women have made their point very clear. And then sometimes to Alpha, one thing that I have said it on other platform and I want to repeat it here again. You can't fight government. You need to adopt a very diplomatic approach and a very nice approach to get what you want. Because
you can't also forcefully take land from people.
You can't. You don't do that. But then the approach you adopt is also very critical to ensure that you don't lose. Because right now, let's assume, if the Honorable Muntaka has come out to mention categorically that the government has had its hand placed on that land, they should take it wherever they want to take it. how far can it go?
No, but if government wants to secure land from private people, there are processes.
The process
There's something
is
you
what
need to do.
he actually spoke about, that they have exhausted it, and the women have actually given their consent. Just that he, on his part, made the mistake to have ensured that it has been properly documented. And the women have acknowledged that there have been some sit-ins. But then
they
one
did not
of
agree.
the things that I heard from a woman that I so much trust because she trained me is Hajar Araba. The Honorable Minister made mention of her name, that she was part of the sitting. And that woman, I know her, even on the point of death, I can put my neck. And I know that woman is an honest woman. Very honest. And she came out to say there had never been any setting of that sort where they agreed that
should be handed
the land should be handed over.
So for that specific agreement, I think I've seen she's quite an old woman.
Very old.
Yeah,
but then the only thing that I'm trying to understand, because I understand that those sittings happened somewhere in 2016. And the woman, yes, and the woman currently, she is so aged to the extent that her vision is problematic. So I don't know the state of her mental health as of now. But then if the woman has said...
To be honest also, I mean, if a member of parliament is leading such an effort, he's well educated.
Yeah.
He knows the intricacies of what agreement is. I mean, agreement word of mouth.
It's not, that is where
that
is actually the main problem.
That would be your word against my word. I didn't agree. You agree.
And people's minds change at any point in time. Yes. That's the reason why the safest form of agreement is to document it, so that you can adduce it as evidence in case of any mind change.
Absolutely.
So right now that is a problem. So for me, what I see as something that we need to all come together and compromise. See,
I think there must be some diplomatic both from the MP side
and the women.
Because if they took hard line stands, it's going to be some way.
The MP would have his own bitter share to share, and they will also have theirs.
Yes.
So the best thing for us to compromise and then come to a consensus, build a consensus. The women, I listened to them carefully. One of the women was in the studio the last time where I was in the studio, and the approach she used, I told her, if they would even allow her to lead as their spokesperson, they would make a ride. I mean, they would have something to take home. But when they take it the way some of them are taking it, with insult, calling on bloggers, a whole lot, it's not. When you do that, you angers the man.
The issue about land is really a passionate subject.
It's a passionate something, but
when some people think you're taking something from them, sometimes the way they and these are our mothers.
That very day, the comments that came from the MP, everyone, if you watch the posture of the MP, you can tell that he was very angered, because I also saw a video of a man, very old man, I mean, purported to be the husband of the leader of the women. And the way the man spoke wasn't right at all. If for nothing, we are Muslims, and we are taught how to accord the necessary respect to leaders, because the man is old enough to give birth to the minister. But then the way the man spoke, I'm sure
at the same event.
The reason why.
At the same event.
Yes.
Okay.
What necessitated the MP to speak
in
that harsh way?
This is not the first time land issues and
yes, they are ball buying. The ball buying.
What is it? What is that? Oh, it's like there is some
land is scarce. Now there is no land in Asukorima, so the little ones, the few
to be honest, Boba is a well-developed Muslim. I think
you see, Alpha. You see the issue between the women and the MP. I think there should be a compromise, because when you look at the purpose of the women, what do you want to do there? Is towards, I mean, girl child empowerment and education. And the minister is also saying that it's the same purpose that the government also want to take.
But you see,
so why don't you come together?
From the MP's point of view, too. I mean, he is the leader.
Yeah.
And, sometimes the leader, you must be able to stomach a lot of things. I think that he should appreciate the fact that if there is this feeling that as you are. You are likely to get some of these reactions. So he should rather tone down a bit. If I were him, he should. I know that the Honorable Muntaka, as I've followed him, he is somebody that when when something comes up, sometimes the ability to
when you anger him,
to
he gets angry.
He's like he can.
You know, we are from the same neighborhood.
It's
a
problem.
Zongo boy like anyone else.
Yeah.
So sometimes he approach the Zongo approach, which for me I feel like sometimes is not the best.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to also.
I'm sure the way he spoke was as a result of the insult that he also saw people rain on him. Probably maybe he has a very good, genuine intent to build the community. But one thing that I also like to use this very platform to appeal is those who parade themselves as the aide of the MP, what for the MP, they are not doing a good job. Because when you look at the statement that the MP's office issued, that the MP has no hand in whatsoever regarding that land issue.
No, the MP himself said he led the effort.
And then make that comment. It contradicts. Yeah. It's very contradictory. So they should be very careful. And I'm sure if anybody is sitting out there and is thinking loud, why would the MP issue the statement saying that he has no hand on the land matter, and suddenly the next day, the MP is speaking with so much fire and venom on the land issue? So they should be very careful. They should ensure that if this is coming from the MP, it should come directly from the MP and under the strict instructions of the MP, so that we can just base on that to pass commentary. But what I think is, it's time for us to calm our nerves down, because I don't believe, two wrong can make a right. So the women, I understand them perfectly, and what I understood from their clemency is they just want to be the ones who supersede to the development of that structure.
Because it's something
and
there.
One of the women that I told you that I even recommended she be their spokesperson. What did she say? She said, MP, you know we are your people. We love you, and you know. And we know you love us too. Don't allow our vulnerability as women to cause us to lose this very important land that we've toiled on for years.
That's the part that...
And she was like, MP, you are MP and you will stand for us in thick and thin. So I am appealing to you with all humility. We want you to help us get our land. And we believe in the statement that was issued on that morning that you have no hand in it. Since you have no hand in it, ensure that we, the rightful owners of the land, are giving back our land. And on top of it, we are appealing to you to build it for us. You see the approach? Very diplomatic. And MP is human being just like any other person. If I am in a position of the MP and I hear somebody come with this approach, definitely my heart will be melted.
That's
and you would also sway a lot of public sympathy, and it would inure to your benefit at the end of the day.
Because one thing is that if the scenes is created to suggest that these women, just like you said, have told for something and it's been forcefully taken from them, it has repercussions.
A lot.
Because
very dire
people don't want to see women in that state.
Exactly.
As they are crying.
Exactly.
It's something that is not good.
Alpha,
so you have to be very...
Me, as I said here, speaking to this issue sometimes as a young politician, you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Because you may step on that.
Yeah.
But for me, I have said that, look, what is right, and when it is wrong, it is wrong. In as much as I don't want the women to be taken advantage of, I also prioritize the development of the community. But the issue is, the MP says he want to develop the place and then you want to empower women through education. The women are also saying that it's the same thing. So what?
So there must be some...
If left for me alone, there should be a sitting between them. Make them integral stakeholders of everything.
You're right. Let them feel part.
But when you take them out of the whole situation, for them to see
it's
that
like they feel
something that is
theirs,
now they are not even part of decision making and nothing, definitely they'll be angered.
Yeah,
so for me, what I think is there should be a compromise. They should, they should sit at a round table and then begin to accord the women that necessary respect as not even stakeholders but shareholders
of course,
of the
because
place.
they bought there. If
and
not,
then this whole thing would come to an end. But when you take them out of the whole situation like this with the venom,
because if you see some of the old women who are, it's not a good.
I saw them.
It's not a good scene.
I saw them picketing, and then
because these are our mothers. These are so you don't want
our mothers are grandmothers. The last time they came, you know how passionate these women are. One almost even bursted into tears, and I was very, very, very sad. So I know very well that, because of the moment, that's the reason why the member of parliament spoke with such a level of, harshness. But I know that as time moves on, we know in the Zongo we have, leaders. We have, they never act. You will never know their presence until issues like this begin to happen. But then they should be fair when they go. At least there should be a compromise so that at least the women will be at a safer position where the community would also benefit. So I think generally it's about development. You have the priority to develop the place. The MP is also
about the Rahman school, is it a public school?
It's a public school.
Oh, okay.
It started as,
private.
Private.
I really, when they close, you know, you asked me.
You
are my agent.
I know. And then you see,
I like the scenes because when they close, it's nice.
That is one point.
In their uniform.
That is one thing the member of parliament pointed that I was very happy. He said Ibadur Rahman started as a project for individuals. But then when we saw the need for us to develop the place and then ensure that we do it and do it right, the government came in. And today, he said it, Ibadur Rahman cannot claim ownership of the property. Is for the government and it's for everyone. So whatever he is seeking to do on that land, nobody should mistake it as it's going to be his bona fide property. No. It is going to be just like Ibadur Rahman, that nobody can claim ownership of it, but the government and the good people of Aswasi.
At least it's benefiting all of us.
Exactly, it's benefiting all of us.
The people who bought the land, who started it, all the, at least the ladder will go to them.
Exactly. So but now, the women, if you take them totally out, even though it's not their land, they will not feel like the blessing would also get to them because they did not fight. So make them stakeholders and shareholders so that they will also know that they will feel ownership.
And I think I'm really impressed with the futuristic thinking of the women.
Exactly.
To secure this land.
They secured this land, only God knows, more than 3 decades.
It's like they
really thought about the community will evolve and we will get to a certain point where
that's very encouraging.
So I think these women, should even have certain endorsement and support from the member of parliament because they are generational thinkers.
To secure and think about
how many men have you ever heard of any men group who have had this idea, let alone for us to be discussing and even acknowledging their foresight.
They have really done well.
So they should be celebrated. And I think the MP should just look at this matter very well because the women love him so much. So if we are not careful, it's going to make things very difficult. But I know
because already there is another land matter with some landlords, which we are told affected even your fortunes in the last election.
Exactly.
So if you don't want to add on to it,
but then if it is all geared towards the development of Aswasi constituency, why not? And then one thing too, that Bobine don't have any public hospital. So the MP is saying that some of those lands were demarcated to be a public hospital.
Strange.
Look at this, how beautiful the place is. But then people prefer, in case of emergency, you'll be rushed elsewhere.
Malaysia Hospital. There is really serious.
There are certain things we cannot talk about. But then I think if Boban gets a very good hospital there, it's going to save a lot of lives. A lot. Because sometimes before they rush you from here to Menchiakra, you are dead on the way.
I've seen some private hospital. I think is it in Kenya also.
Yes.
Where you see the pressure there.
The pressure is not even so.
It's like
so you see, because of the lack of the government, hospitals around, the private ones are milking us dry.
I doubt if they
are. They are milking. Hey, there's one hospital I don't want to mention their name. Alfa. The last time I was working somewhere and I decided to check my
I was working somewhere.
I saw that the BP. They said the BP was high, so I rushed to that hospital. Alfa. Hospital card alone. It healed me by force. Because I was like, hey.
Easy.
Master.
You didn't have insurance. Private hospital, they
don't. That hospital told us that they were working towards every day. They are working towards, taking the health insurance, but they never get there. So we need a public hospital. So the issue of the ball buying, that one too, people have developed. When you look at the kind of houses, buildings that people have there, I'm telling you that any government that attempt to say is going to undertake any, decongestion over there is going to be suicidal. So the only thing is let's engage. So that some part of the place,
because the building, the people there are not normal like you just.
In fact, there are people whose hand can reach their backs.
So Charlie,
you understand? So for me, I think all these issues, you see, because we did not plan so fast, we're not proactive in our thinking and our plans. Because if the government had started something earlier, that portion wouldn't have been encroached. And the women is part of their problems. They secured the land for many years, but because of lack of support and funding, they left it. And people, they were even giving it out on the impression that if something is not done around that area, the chiefs will say they've acquired this portion of land and they are doing nothing, so they will fight them. Upon all this, they are still going through this drama.
Let's go to EC. You guys, I'm told the NDC base, you're not happy at all. This morning I heard some of you. I heard some of the NDC supporters, they were like,
why are they not happy?
They're not happy because the Chief Justice did not find a prima facie case in the petitions that were sent seeking to remove EC chairperson and her deputies. Some of them say this is injustice against the people of SAL. This is injustice against all the voters who were killed. This is injustice to the to the supporters of NDC and by extension Ghanaians. And even though some of your leaders had said that the EC is not fit for purpose and they must go, I'm referring to Asidun Kete, the national chairman. This is what the Chief Justice has decided. Are you also disappointed?
Alpha, I will not say I'm disappointed, but then I will say I'm very impressed at how things are beginning to fold in this country. In a previous administration, when a matter gets to court, we know the obvious decisions that will come out. The decision is always in support of the existing government, the then President Akufo-Addo government, to the extent that even their own Minister of Interior, Kandapa, came to the National Security, came publicly and told them, the MPP told them in their face that the way the judicial system is run, especially the Supreme Court, it is killing the confidence of Ghanaians in the judicial system of this country. Because any case you go, I think your marking can just wake up in the morning and empanel all the Supreme Court judges to take a verdict, to take a ruling on the same day for him. Then nothing happens. At a point in time, people believe that it's better for you to, consult Antoine Nyama than to go to the court. At a point in time, people felt like it was okay. It is better to take your matter to Antenna than to take it to court. At a point in time, yes, people would just raid the courts and then judges will be flying with their wigs here and their mokes here, and then they will come back to the court, and then only the people will provide the exact amount that was going to be found them. And then when they say they knew the judgment before the judgment was actually given. It should tell you how. And then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, seeing all these things, he said he was coming to reset the country, right? And then the reset, if you are an NDC comrade, you should understand that when we say reset, the reset is not targeting any specific individuals. The reset is universal. Okay. We are all involved. So don't think that because they say they are reset, things that you are not happy with are the only things that when the reset gets to, you are happy. But when it does not inure to your benefit, then you have a problem with it.
But some say if the Chief Justice was minded to look at things quite from the side of those who are talking about SAL, he would have perhaps realized that the decision to deny the people of SAL parliamentary representative was evidence of incompetence on the part of the EC. And if the Constitution says one of the reasons why an Article 71 holder or those people can be removed is infirmity of the mind or the body, including incompetence and what have you, then that should have been the basis for the prima facie case to have been established, because that for them was incompetence.
Alva, one thing that, I was going to tackle the issue in twofold. I've just done one. That is for internal people, my own party people, to understand that the reset does not mean anything that will impress.
So they should not be angry.
They should be measured.
Because the base is angry.
I understand.
They are putting
then the issue why they are angry is very substantial. Very, very important. Alpha, this room, in this studio, when you and I, as intellectuals, begin to rationalize the operations of the EC, I can swear that none of you will say the woman is competent. And based on what you and I know what I know, he knows what he knows, you also know what you know. We all know that the woman is incompetent. We all know.
Would you say that action was specifically incompetence, or generally she's incompetent? You know, sometimes you can do something that maybe on this specific matter.
So when we start to take her acts that constitute incompetence, the only electoral commissioner to declare election more than 3 times presidential
results.
Yes, that is incompetence. The only electoral commissioner under her watch for our BVDs and BVRs to be what? To be stolen under surveillance camera. Is that not incompetent?
But that's a security matter.
What? No. That is that under her surveillance camera, under your watch, Alpha. It's serious. The only electoral commissioner where the constitution has given the right for every Ghanaian to be able to cast his vote, for his vote to be manifested, for to have representatives in parliament, to represent them, to bring development to their constituency. The only electoral commissioner ever in the history of Ghana that has denied a whole constituency representation. We can keep on counting. The woman has proven far beyond reason. When she would declare the election, she said it is finished. She herself knew that her journey has ended.
No, she was referring to
her
the
deputy, Bosman Asari. Do you remember what he said? He said the NDC is a threat to
There's
democracy.
Been an audio.
Yes, he said
circulating.
the NDC is a threat to democracy. As an electoral commissioner, they made comments that every Ghanaian, even the MPP, some of them were saying they should be measured. They are making the agenda look so glaring. So I don't know what we have seen, but yet the Supreme Court or Chief Justice has not seen. But I know this will not be the end of the road.
More petitions will come.
More petitions will come.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Why? What? But I'm coming on. Yeah. You won the election under her leadership as
we lost the election to under her leadership.
Yes, but shouldn't that tell you that who is in charge is not really the case? If it comes to a point in time where Ghanaians feel that this party deserves to be voted for, they'll vote for them.
Alpha, I agree perfectly.
So that,
but then we are trying out hard. You know, being an electoral commissioner is almost equivalent to being a surgeon. Slight mistake that you make can actually cause a whole lot of problems, anarchy, death, and loss of properties. We've seen that happen in other African countries, just as a result of election where somebody did not do his work well, because it comes with a lot of passion and stakes. Do you think that if not for God being so good, that Ghanaians, we are very peace and loving people, we just talk but we don't act? You think the conduct of the Mensa wouldn't have even warranted in something more serious that today we will not be sitting here and be discussing?
Which conduct? But she declared you victor.
Denying the whole constituency representation.
In terms of, you're referring to Sal?
Yes, Sal. Sacking a whole, political party from IPAC. You go and sit at IPAC and you determine who talks and who does not talk. You made IPAC your own bona fide property. You don't build consensus. At a point in time, the MPP who were defending her under the administration at a point in time began to disagree with her. She's the only, she's the only electoral commissioner that has been called for incompetence by opposition party and called for incompetence by ruling party. We've never seen some before. At a point in time where the MPP is not also chasing her out of incompetence, they did. So I don't know. Like I said, it's early days yet. But if maybe the petition that the CJ based on to say that she can still continue with her work did not work, other petitions work. So I don't think we should throw in the towel. We should keep on and keeping on pushing to ensure
a lot of petitions.
Yes, there should be a lot of petitions, and then it will cause the CJ to actually see or look at the angles that maybe with this his investigation he could not look at.
But the other matter is, these were the most serious issues that you could have used against her. I'm referring to the issue of Sal.
Yeah.
And some of the other decisions that she took, which was contained in the 7 petitions. Don't forget that there were 7 petitions calling for her removal. If Sal couldn't work, do you think any other allegation can work?
You see, sometimes Alpha, you can write. Me, when I was in school, Mr. Kumsime, he's so racist perfectly. He was my headmaster. When I write essay, it gets to him. By the time the essay gets to me, I use blue ink. But then by the time he returned it back, it will become red, everywhere red. So you would have to go back, look at all the corrections that he has done to go and then rephrase and bring it back again until you get it right. So I'm sure maybe some dots and some I's were not crossed in the petition. And I know very well, I'm very confident that we'll continue to challenge the system. But at least we should be very happy. This is the Chief Justice when he came, the MPP, those who are celebrating the verdict today, the MPP, they are those celebrating today. But this is the man they said they did not have confidence in him. This is the man they boycotted his vetting. This is the man when he was visiting Parliament, they boycotted. They don't have anything to do with him. But then they took this Pandai matter and it was in their favor. And they are happy. They came out suddenly, the law has worked. At least now we've been served justice. But these were the same people who said, do you remember how Afinyo Makin referred to him during the vetting? I think how did he refer to him? He said what? So something like there was no justice. He was not somebody who could administer justice. But today they are the ones who are praising him. So Alhamdulillah, at least now the system does not know who appointed me.
But you two got
because if President Mahama will appoint him and you can't Pandai will be against the NDC, President Mahama's NDC, and currently the EC Matasu is against the NDC, then we should understand that the law or the reset in the judicial service has happened.
You two got some favorable ruling. You remember Atufosin's case?
Yeah.
It was under MPP that the government lost. It was quashed.
No, that was based. And Atufosin's
it was obvious under the previous seats. So the argument is that okay, this needs to have very obvious. There's nothing you can.
Atufosin's issue was obvious to the extent that we saw a whole Attorney General and Minister of Justice was coaching witness. The audios were there. It was so disgraceful and shameful that even if they come out to come and mention that maybe Atufosin was still guilty, definitely the people of Ghana will mop up and go and close the Supreme Court. Because it was so obvious. The matter, see, Jakpa made the matter so obvious that it was a grand scheme to, frame him and then put him in jail. We had audios where they were plotting against him. And the matter was so shameful. You understand? But this issue, they themselves know because they also have doubted the competence of J. Mensah. They took her on several occasions. No, do you remember when they lost the election? They came out to say that this woman, the NDC have been saying she's incompetent and we've been protecting her. She has proven to be more incompetent than even the NDC.
Who said that?
Poyano said it. He's the director of communication. Currently, he's on a mission against the regional minister. The regional minister has uprooted a tree that supplied the whole Ashanti region oxygen.
So there's shutdown of oxygen.
Total shutdown of oxygen. This is a man that he said even when he falls, it is by the negligence of the regional minister because he's supposed to get police people to be. Look at this. He said it. And that is their director of communication.
No, he says a lot of things in jest. So
no. So you are telling us that he's not a serious person?
No, I'm saying that on some statements he's not making.
Serious. He's not. So Abu, we don't have oxygen as I speak. He got my point. So this is a serious political
party. When I saw the video, I was like, oh, boy, I have to go for it.
So this is so serious. So Alfa, you see, they themselves, even beyond Paul, their general secretary, JFK, came out
on Ablekumanov.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
So you see, NDC says she's incompetent. MPP were protecting her. At a point in time, MPP also said she's incompetent. So I don't know what we have seen that the Chief Justice has not seen as of now. But I know if it is something that is working in the spiritual realm, it will be unraveled. And justice
spiritual.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because this matter, it's not only the NDC that is worried. I know some well-meaning Ghanaians who saw the verdict and were like, what is happening upon all these glaring
but me, I'm excited. I'm happy because it helps our democracy.
I am also not sad because at least the narrative of the executive controls the other arms of government is changing. And the reset that we promised the judicial system is working. So if you think you are an NDC who believe in proper principles of democracy, it's not everything that you need to get emotional or expect that things should go in your favor. You can appeal, present your case, offer superior arguments. If it works, fine. So let's just have confidence in the system. But I know on the J. Mensah there, I can tell on authority that she's more than the incompetence that we are even tagging her. Since NDC and MPP have all agreed that she's incompetent, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why this verdict. But I know that just as the MPP, NDC would protest and continue to use all legal processes necessary to ensure that we get rid of that incompetent woman, the MPP will as well begin to mount their own procedures to ensure that that incompetent woman go. Otherwise, we would have a problem because these are the two main political parties.
Let's take some messages. When we return, we'll talk about the NDC and their general secretary and what he's saying. Let's take some messages first.
Ghana, Betano is here. Start strong with a welcome bonus up to 2,000 Ghana cedis. Register now at betano.com.gh. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Gaming can be addictive, not for persons below 18 years.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. It's me like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
Indomie, it's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. It's me like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
Indomie, it's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's 46 minutes after 9. Harris.
Alfa.
About reshuffle. What's your take on it? And also, you know, your general secretary has once said that if you hold a national position, sorry, if you hold a executive position, forget about a party position unless you resign 6 months before the election. I'm told that too has not made your base very. Some too are concerned. It's like Fifi is annoying a lot of your party people.
For me, it's not.
But me, I like him. Unfortunately, interestingly, me, I like him. But he's my favorite guy.
It's a very democratic party where each and everyone is entitled to an opinion, and opinion must be respected and heard. So I have serious admiration for him because he's someone who doesn't hide how he feels. He says it as he feels like saying it.
To put the party in check.
Even though sometimes he gives
he
too much job to.
He said some people had issue with the wording that to deal with the greediness.
Yes. My problem, my problem was, the tone. Because you just can't be tagging your party people as sycophants, greedy. You can make your points without using this or adopting this harsh words. And majority of the people who were not okay with him, it's not as a result of the statement that he made, but because of the choices of words that he used in that statement. And then some of us also believe that it's like 6 months is too much. At least 2 months before election, it's okay. When were they appointed? You understand? And then so far, alhamdulillah, all the appointees have not done anything wrong.
You could see that it is an attempt to ensure that some people will focus on government, executive, and there are people who focus on party. He doesn't want the situation where you are conflicted. So if he wants to resign, leave it 6 months.
We know
which you know it's going to be a bit difficult.
Are there any party executive currently who are not board members? They are also not fixed.
Yes, so that's why he's saying now in the next election, party election, this is what we will do. So that we'll have people who are specifically focused on NDC.
It's a proposal. You understand? It's not something that is cast in stone that's how we are going to run. Definitely we are going to sit at the round table, Giorgio, and then make it better.
I think this was an announcement on the back of NEC meeting.
Yes.
So NEC has approved of it.
Even if NEC talks and the majority of the people have issues, we appeal. We go back to the renegotiation table and do a renegotiation.
But why do you think it has to be changed?
Because now, I believe 6 months is too much.
Why is it too much?
Why resign 6 months?
But you don't have to resign. You stay there and let others come and join.
It's like you are trying hard to. Some people are also reading meanings to it as though like the national executive are trying to protect their position.
How?
Well, I'll leave that to the course.
Because now we don't expect. So, for instance, I don't expect somebody like George Opayado to say he will leave the ministry and come and contest the party position.
Most of them will not leave.
Sammy Jamfi will not.
Sammy Jamfi will not.
You understand?
Malik
Maybe Abbas Nuruddin will.
Maybe. He must.
He must?
He must.
Why should he?
Yeah, we need him at the communications there because his leadership as the director or the communication officer for the Ashanti region has actually proven to be one of the best so far. He has groomed a lot of young people and he has given an opportunity to young people. He has energized the communication decks of Ashanti region. I can say out of the...
Do you think he can meet the standard of Sammy?
What are the standards that he can meet?
Sammy Jamfi.
No, you don't compare yourself to Sammy Jamfi. You are created individually different. Sammy Jamfi has his own blessings and has his own approach to things, and then everybody laughs.
Something that is we need. NDC needs a Sammy Jamfi kind of communicator.
Before Sammy Jamfi, there was someone.
Yes, so that's why you didn't really
after
do
Sammy
well.
Jamfi, even though he's
so they believe that he has now given you a standard.
The standard
anybody should be
Alpha. Let me be very honest.
Should be
the standard Sammy Jamfi has set. Anybody who tried to get to that standard will be wasting. Just do you. That's all. Felix is one of the most fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Very good.
Very
At a point in time, Felix muscled everyone down until Sammy Jamfi also appeared. So people now today, there are people who believe Felix is like this with Sammy Jamfi, and there are some people who also believe Sammy Jamfi is like this with Felix. You understand? So just do yours and leave the rest to God. So Abbas has what it takes.
So
to
Abbas
get there.
Abbas should leave the whatever fund.
Yes.
I don't know. I've forgotten the name.
Social investment fund.
To come and.
Yes, we
want
him.
Basintale, I'm learning he wants to come for youth.
He won't. I doubt.
Yeah,
I doubt.
But he too for the youth.
He's doing very well at YEA. His leadership, we can't raise.
So you don't expect him to leave that position and come
No. He should work because you see, their work will make what we want to achieve as a government be crystallized.
But a big deal will be
because for now they have been appointed and they've been able to pull all the strings. They've gel very well in their various ministries and they are giving us results. When you change them and bring new people, we are not going to also start for them to also understand the system. And you see, let's just push them for a while. You understand?
Let's come to the region. Have you heard Isham?
Yeah.
Are you in Isham's camp or Akwesi, Chairman Augustus, right?
Chairman Augustus
Andrews Nanakwesi. Yeah. Are you for him or for Isham?
Well,
or you've not decided?
For the truth of the matter is, I believe the work you are doing in the studios of Orange, if they should come and consult me as someone who comes here too, it wouldn't be based on the relationship we have or based on familiarity, but I think you are top notch, you're on top of the game. Okay. So if they are, running maybe a survey, should Alpha be changed or should be maintained? I would have to rationalize and look at your
based on the data.
Based on the data before I would say you should be what you should be changing. Okay. But currently, you and I can attest to the fact that in the previous, elections, when Chairman Anakosi, before he became chairman, we saw the state of Ashanti region. We had just barely 2 or 3 seats. You get my point? When he tried the first one, he was able to reclaim another seat, and then he increased our vote. You get my point? And then when we lost the 2020 election, something happened. A lot of backlash went single-handedly, not on any other Ashanti regional executive, but the chairman. People even accused him of, having dirty deals with the MPP.
Yeah, with Wontumi.
With Wontumi. Because it didn't go well. They say failure has no friend. But then when he was able to step up his game, worked tirelessly, won more seats, increased our vote, exceed our target of 30% to 34%, and we won. And today, what are you telling me? Those who criticized that yesterday when we couldn't make it, it was him. Why are you also not attributing the success to him today?
I've done this work for some time now, so sometimes I'm able to watch things and see what may be happening. I think I know that Isham is very close to Asiru Nketia.
Okay.
And I know that in the previous election between Asiru Nketia and Ofuzwan Popo, Augustus was seen to be supporting Chairman Ofuzwan Popo.
Okay.
And I know that possibly Asiru Nketia may want to become flag bearer.
Okay.
So what I'm beginning to see is that Isham is seen to be a loyalist of Asiru Nketia. So if this is the path we want to, and politicians, they don't joke with loyalty. So that is how things are beginning to look like for me.
Someone who has served as the
So-
national or someone who has served as a regional chairman of Ashanti region and has
Mm.
proven his competencies far beyond reasonable doubt. No external influence can do anything.
Mm.
Yes, I believe that.
Okay.
Because don't forget that the current regional minister was
Yes, he was
an
Kwabena
integral
before.
member of Dufour's campaign team.
He was his boy.
The women organizer for Ashanti region.
Mhm.
She was an integral member of the Dufour's campaign.
Mm.
But were they denied anything?
President Mama was able to bring them on board,
Exactly. So
something-
this is NDC. NDC is not like the other people.
Mm.
You understand? We believe in the principles of democracy where we need to compete among each other. We will in a very decent way. And then after that, we come together as one family and move.
Mm.
So I think that
Now
all
because
the data,
because of Isham's decision, I know people like Finn have thrown themselves up. They say they want to become regional organizers.
he has the
I'm sure.
he has a capability.
Uh,
He has it.
I see.
He has it because he was part of the team that secured the victory that we are enjoying today. You understand? So for me, naturally, when you ask me, I would recommend a general promotion, unanimous promotion for all of them.
So you would have advised Isham to stay in his organizer.
If I am in a position to, I will. Because
he wants
he's
to
somebody
promote
who
himself.
I so much believe in his organizational dexterity. He's very, very efficient. And then you cannot say that the victory that we had, he didn't play a role.
Yeah.
He played a role. So I believe that everybody was fit for purpose since we were able to win together.
So everybody should stay
So
there.
everyone
The
should
only
have-
place that should change is a regional secretary.
Exactly, because he's the
Because-
one who cannot come again. You understand? And any other person who feel like, okay, I'm exhausted and I want to
And maybe communications.
Yeah, communication.
I've heard a
is-
couple of names.
Communication, we are promoting him.
Abbas
And we are
Nuruddin.
promoting him and then we are replacing him with a senior communicator among us.
Who?
That is Mahmoud Kabori.
I've heard Mahmoud
And then
Kawari.
we are deputizing him with Gabi.
But I've
Gabriel
heard-
Asiedu.
but I've
Massa,
heard-
have you heard that
I've-
from that guy before?
I've heard this guy, Jerry.
Papa J.
Jerry.
He's good, but we are nurturing him for future.
You hear from you.
yes. He's very good.
But
we are nurturing him for
briefly
future.
talk to me about reshuffle. Do you think there's a need to change some ministers?
For me,
something Eric Boku on Bonambasa is not doing well.
Hey, Eric Boku. And now bro Buayefu. Idiani Buayefu.
Some people think
Embringu.
this guy, the communications minister, Samuel Natij is not trying.
Well, for me, you see, people are entitled to their opinion. They are entitled to their opinion, and
what
then
do
you
you
have
think?
to respect the view of people. But so far, for a government to be more than almost a year and some months old with no single scandal, everyone is putting his maximum best. The various policies by the government that cut across all these sectors, we are actually seeing things happening. I don't have any, any justification to say this one ought to go, because everyone is, pulling straight. But the only ministry that I think that the minister should either set up or he will give himself willing for reshuffle is the transport.
I see.
Yes, it's the transport.
Very finally, cocoa board issues. Reduce prices, executive also reduce salaries, but workers say will not agree.
Salary increments and then reduction, I think, is backed by law.
Yeah.
So
you
you
can't just unilaterally.
can't succumb to any noise.
I think this was a noise from the opposition.
Oh, it was a noise. They always make noise. I'm not the one who said it.
But it's like when they make.
Dr. Charles Wikubu said they are very.
But it's like when they make noise, you guys are forced
That
to
is the
listen.
reason why I am saying we shouldn't succumb to the wind, the hot air they are blowing in the system.
It's a hot
when
air.
we do that, we would.
But this is
mistake.
leadership. If
No.
the farmers are taking
Alpha,
haircuts, kind
I've
of.
seen
You
I've seen coalition of farmers who also came out to sympathize with the government that it is unfortunate that what is happening at the global front. And they understand and they are sympathizing with the government. And they came out. Yesterday I saw a video which was published, I think, by UTV. That's they were being chased in the bushes and their farms. And they were being given money to come and participate in the exercise, to say whatever they said, some of them said against the government. They are taking the money. This town.
giving them hope of buying.
But they have not reduced price.
But the government is not buying. The price has not been reduced, but will not buy. They are not buying. But
Even though I'm learning that they
we
may.
have a listening government that sympathize with Ghanaians and the cocoa farmers. He's saying that, look, I cannot allow your sweat to go in vain. I cannot buy it at a certain price or the expected price, but at least I should buy it for you so that you can stay afloat. At least this is more human.
Let's leave it here.
I don't know why the MPPs think they have even the moral temerity to speak to this issue.
But they are forcing you.
They have cultivated something.
They are forcing you to
and
listen.
the government is not owing them.
Yeah.
But look at the bond holders, the pensioners.
Okay.
They worked. They toiled. They are sweat. Gave it to you to keep it for them and give it to them as and when they need it. You took it and you deny giving them. What one corner? TV, daylight.
Thank you very much.
And in that one, they came and they were sitting. We thank Ghanaians for sympathizing with us by allowing us to rob them. It was part of national sacrifice. Look at these people, and today cocoa farmers, they had their word. Government is only buying from them, and you are there for you to see.
That's Omar Harris. He's a member of the NDC's communications team. He wants to become the deputy youth organizer for NDC in the Asawase constituency. He was our guest this morning.
Before I go, let me extend.
Just want to pay money because it's a minute past 10.
Let me say
everything that follows is advertisement.
It's just greetings to Honorable Wisdom Osebo Amade, MC for Mwabieja. The man is doing well and is representing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama very, very well there, and we wish him all the best. He should continue. If there is any other position, the president should consider him because he has proven his competencies far beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay, that's well noted. I was here with Janice Obuguajiman. You heard from Mark Waja. He was the one ensuring that we're live on Facebook and YouTube. That's our show for the week. My name has been Alfa Ali. Have a very good morning. Inshallah, next week we'll meet again.